This kimchi is for kimchi rookies who think kimchi is too spicy or smelly for them, but still want to try it. If you want the regular version, please find the link below. Cut the cabbages lengthwise by slitting the core first, and then we will cut into quarters. There are thousands of Napa kimchi recipes, and Korean moms usually don't have exact recipes for it. Each household's kimchi tastes different, and even kimchi from the same house tastes different from one year to the next. There is always you add some of this, some of that when you ask for recipe. Boil the water to make some brining liquid. I'll use some salt to dissolve in the water, and the remainder to directly sprinkle onto the cabbages. Sprinkle the coarse sea salt over each leaf, more on thicker parts than thinner parts of the leaves. Basically, this recipe has much less red paste sauce than normal. In fact, if you add dried anchovy broth, seasoned with salt, or salty fermented shrimp, and make it a bit watery, this dish becomes North Korean style. So you see, kimchi has regional characteristics as well. What defines the characteristics is mainly the temperature. The northern part of Korea has lower temperature. Over the next 2 hours, you will turn over the cabbages 3 times for even brining. You need a big heap of 4 tablespoons of rice. If you're planning to eat a bowl of rice with your kimchi anyway, just cook a little extra for the recipe. I've weighed out the pear and apple for this recipe, but normally I just add 1 medium pear and 1 small apple. Remember, kimchi making is more forgiving process than you'd expect. Well, surprise, surprise. Anchovy fish sauce and salty fermented shrimp have different salinity depending on the manufacturer. So start with half of the recipe because it should also suit your taste. When the thick part of the leaf bends easily, it's ready. The right brining and restoring temperature affects the fermentation process a lot. When you taste it after rinsing, it should be somewhat salty. Rinse the Napa cabbages 2 to 3 times. And then we will drain for at least 30 minutes. Smudge and spread the mixture over each leaf. I put more on the leaves close to the core. For correct fermentation, after putting in containers, you will leave this kimchi at room temperature 1 to 2 days, or in a cold winter, 2 to 3 days, and then refrigerate it. Put the cut side up and use a few containers to avoid too much exposure to air and different temperatures whenever you open the lids. If I want to keep this kimchi for more than 3 months, I will submerge the kimchi in brine by adding more water and some extra salt into the paste. 1 cup of water and 1 tablespoon of sea salt. I'm going to eat this batch right away. And eat this batch in the container last of all. When you store kimchi, fill the containers only 80 to 90%, especially when you plan to store kimchi for a while. And I wouldn't use wooden board when cutting kimchi. The color will remain. After using the plastic board, I spray bleach water mixture and rinse thoroughly. Come and check out my other more traditional kimchi recipe.